Hey everybody, today I just want to make a quick little video and talk about Walter Becker. Walter Becker died today. If you don't know who he is, he was one of the co-founders, co-songwriters of the band Steely Dan. If you don't know who Steely Dan is, then look them up and listen to every song they ever made. Regardless of what style of music you're into, everything about every Steely Dan song is top quality musicianship and great songwriting, all combined together to make a beautiful polished product. I grew up with musicians. They all listened to Steely Dan, and then the tradition of Steely Dan being really important kind of got passed on to me. Losing Walter Becker today, we lost half of Steely Dan. So, you know, it's kind of a bummer for me. I usually don't think much about it when musicians die. I usually don't get real upset about it. I've always been a big proponent of the idea that musicians, when they die, they leave behind their catalog and they're not forgotten. But still, it's always sad to know that there won't be a new Steely Dan album that really is the original core of the group. So anyway, I was hugely influenced by Steely Dan. I recorded a whole album and a lot of it was heavily influenced by Steely Dan. So I never released that album. I went ahead and put that on SoundCloud today. I just kind of felt like, damn, well, I should have released that album when I got done with it. But I never felt like it was good enough or that it was finished. That's how I am about music. That's one of the reasons I love making videos, is because I never watch my video back later and think it wasn't good enough. But sometimes when I record a song, I do listen to it back later and I just think, well, it's okay, but it's not good enough. When I record music and listen to it back, I often criticize it or feel that I could have done better. So anyway, I went ahead and put that stuff out because with Walter Becker dying and him being a huge influence on the music I made, I just kind of felt like, well, I should have released that earlier. I don't know, that doesn't even matter. I guess I just wanted to make a video and kind of tell you guys that I was a big Steely Dan fan, so Walter Becker's death is a bummer to me. I don't know what the point of this video is, guys, but this is what I wanted to make a video about today, so this is what you get. In the past, Steely Dan has been known as the musicians rock band. They're also they're borderline fusion because there's so much jazz in the music, but somehow it stays rock. So it's not really fusion. It's not jazz fusion. It's rock. Anyway, regardless of what music style you like, get into Steely Dan. There's so much great musicianship in there. There's something for everyone. The greatest musicians in the world have all learned something from Steely Dan. Even hip-hop songs have sampled Steely Dan. So if you're not already a fan of Steely Dan, then get their greatest hits album or something like that, check into it because there's some great musicianship to be heard. Anyway, that's what was on my mind today, so I thought I'd share how I was feeling with you guys. I'm Bird Snake, thanks for watching.